showtime.
It's showtime. And here we go.
Welcome into another episode of the Movie Geek Podcast. I'm your host, George T., and this is my review of the number one film in the world, Predator: Badlands. The expectations going in was, let's see how this propels the Predator franchise. I talked about um, Predator franchise in the horror franchises episode, so if you haven't seen that one, go back and watch that. Also, if you are new to my episodes, please go and subscribe, like, comment. I would love interaction, so please do so. And so I also talked about Predator Killer of Killers a while back, and so this was to piggyback a little bit further into the Predator universe. So, looking at the trailer and all, there was a lot of Easter eggs I did mention that I did feel even before I saw the movie that this will tie in with aliens because of Alien Earth, and let's see if I was right. So this is going to be a very kind of quick episode because I don't really want to give much away, but I will give most of the basics. So this is all told through the Predator. So we are trying to humanize the plight of predators. So we saw in Predator Predator Killer Killers that there is a multitude of predators. There are multitudes of time frames that they are jumping into. They're taking all of the ones who have killed predators, basically winners, um, up into their ships and using them for whatever purpose. So, we thought maybe we would see continuation from Killer of Killers in this one. Not so much. Maybe in future films. And yes, there will be more Predator films. Trust me when I tell you that, because because again, Prey set the tone for a more expansive Predator universe. Um, and you know what? For the most part, Predators kind of opened that up a little bit as well, because, and I know it wasn't that big of a success, but you look at it from this perspective of all these people getting dropped, all these humans getting dropped into a predator's um, planet and having to try to survive. Obviously, the best one would survive and you know be able to get off the planet. So there is a multitude of things you could do from there. So take that concept, and we're going to go and kind of try to humanize things. So this movie starts out with, and I know I'm going to butcher his name, but Demetrius Kolomontaga plays Deke. Deke is the younger brother of KY, and they open up with a battle scene where he is trying to beat his older brother, but his older brother has ulterior plans set out from his father's wishes. His father thinks that Deke is weak and must be eliminated, and wants his brother to do it, or he was going to take both of them out. Deke and Kui have a moment where Deke is trying to, say to his brother, "Hey, I can still be valuable. I can still, I can still make father proud. Send me somewhere so I can, send me to a planet, send me to a time frame that I can, show dad." So, this whole map thing comes up, and here's your kills, and all right, which one do you want to choose to go to? Um, the Kashyyyk is the choice for Deke, um, and this um, is a badass big monster that has never been killed before. But Deke must try to cut off the head of the beast and bring it back. Uh, Against his brother's wishes, he wants to go there, and that is when the father shows up. The father was disappointed in the older brother for not killing Deke, so he was going to try to kill both of them. Uh, Kui makes a sacrifice, sends Deke into the ship so that Deke could escape while he gets his head cut off. So we see that the predators all have a certain, obviously, family dynamic, or a dynamic in which they need to be strong, and if not, they are killed. So only basically the strong survive, and then subsequently now we know that they can time jump. We already kind of knew that, but now we're seeing it in a different perspective. So he sends off to this planet where this big monster who's never been defeated. And Kui also mentioned that his father, their father, would never go there because of that. So Deke arrives. Well, actually, he crash lands into the planet and is quickly met by some of the local um, wildlife, basically. As he is prepping in the uh, forest, there is a large, what they called bug, but it has long tentacles and it hangs out in the trees. And so basically, it is just attacking him. He escapes into the mountains and continues forward. And then he gets into an area where there are these very dangerous type flower things, where if you get too close, they start to expand, and then obviously if they expand too much, then they will shoot out these poisonous darts. Um, so he starts to get into the field when he hears a human voice. This is Thea, played by Ella Fanning. She is there tied up in a crow's nest, um, and she is trying to help him navigate through. Meanwhile, there is a flying kind of dinosaur that is dropping rocks down into the field to expand out these flowers so that the poison can shoot out, and then he can pick off Deke as soon as he is immobilized, which is all told by Thea, who has seen multitude of predators try their best. Also, other um, entities that are trying to uh, kill the big monster. And so uh, she wants some help to get down, uh, but she's been ripped in half, basically. She has no legs. She knows where the legs are. They are with the big monster who had attacked their expedition, and she escaped by basically crawling out. But she tries to strike a deal with Deke to get back to her twin sister, Tessa. Tessa, we see in a upcoming scene, also played by Ella Fanning. She is being rebuilt and reprogrammed. Uh, she failed the mission to conquer the beast um, for the Wayland Yutani. She is rebuilt and is now on the prowl, but she is also looking for Thea, and they know that Deke, or a predator, is on the hunt with Thea. Uh, Thea and Deke also run into a uh, local inhabitant, um, a little blue guy who um, doesn't really speak, but definitely helps them um, in their pursuit. There's also a um, there's also a like a big dinosaur type uh, like elephant that roaming in what they call razor blade uh, grass, which is basically if you even went in there, you would get cut. Um, so the predator had to really figure out how to um, kill the beast so that he could feed himself. Um, but how was he going to navigate that? So obviously he gets through that, and with the help of the little blue guy um, who um, has like an armadillo back, so he's able to roll through razor blade grass, kind of knock all that out. Um, and so that was a pretty cool scene. And then they go from there. And the reason why I bring up Thea and Tessa is because they are part of Whaley Tawny's um, synthetic program. So we know that Wayland Yutani is on this planet and in search of the big monster, trying to get samples, also samples of other life forms on there. They're just out there trying to collect, just like in Aliens. So this is where that alien tie-in comes in, and it gets a little bit further down the road, but we'll get there. So Deke finally gets a chance to face the beast, and battles. Finally, is able to um, you know cut a limb and kind of disable it. However, it regenerates the limb, and you're saying to yourself, Deke's not going to make this. He's just not going to make it. It's not. It's not going to be in the cards for him. So finally, Deke was able to um, figure out another way, and he's able to chop the head off of the monster. However, the monster's head grows back, so it was kind of pointless. So again, this thing cannot be killed. So Deke winds up trying to get Thayer to Tessa, but Tessa is out to try to kill both the Predator and the big monster. So as Deke heads into the facility there, in this wild thing, and I think you saw it in the trailer, where he's just kind of sitting there, and then all of a sudden he just takes out all the synthetics, except for Tessa. Tessa winds up getting this really strong and powerful gun and tries to take out Deke, um, but then tries to take the monster out. It doesn't work because the monster just will not die. Eventually, Tessa is eaten by the monster, but she still has the weapon in her grasp. Thea and Deke and their little friend are now trying to escape the compound, and that is when the big monster is destroyed from within as Tessa destroys um, the machine or the gun that she had inside of him, and basically, there wasn't any regenerating, and there was no head to have because of the explosion. So Deke has to return home with Tessa's head. His father um, is not pleased that he went there, and he does not know what to make of Tessa's head. So now there is a battle that ensues between Deke and his father. Deke finally gets the upper hand and wants his father to yield and to basically love him. His father refuses, so Deke does the next best thing. He chops his head off because now he feels powerful because he was the one to beat. Technically, he was the one to defeat the monster because he did it first, but then, like I said, he just regenerated. So, um, Thea and now a really large blue guy. The little creature now is really big. Um, and Deke now um, is faced with another obstacle. The entire, it looks like the entire race of predators now are bearing down on Deke. And Thea asks the question of who, are they friendly or are they going to kill us? Um, and he says, I think they're out to kill us because that's my mother. And that's how it ends. So now, Thea in the entire movie was just comic relief. She was very smart, but she was also very, very funny. She told jokes. She was kind of annoying at times to him. But overall, I think Ella Fanning did an amazing job between the two complete opposite um, synthetics. Whereas Thea, again, was helpful and kind of joyful, um, whereas Tessa was, the, I'm going to kill everything. I need to do this. You know, this was what I was asked to do. So again, there was a lot in there. There's so much more, but I kind of wanted to just give a brief outline and give a little stories here or there. Um, so again, Wayland Utani from Aliens, now Alien Earth, because we've now seen Alien Earth. If you haven't seen that episode that I did, go ahead and um, go and replay that. So uh, they send the synthetics out to this planet looking for samples, and of course run into Deke. So there's going to be at some point a Predator, Alien versus Predator crossover again, and I am praying that it's better than the first two that were done. Just saying. First two were just not very good. Um, I only own them because they're part of both sets, yes, but would I watch them? No, they weren't that good. But now there's going to be, it looks like they're going to branch into another sequel for Predator, um, and I think it will continue to build. And again, we still don't know where Killer of Killers, leads to. So maybe there will be a crossover with that, or that will be another sequel story that will come out. So there's many, many things that the Predator franchise can do now. along with the Alien franchise. Because again, Alien Earth told a story that happened 2 years before the Nostromo. So again, there is so many avenues that both franchises can go in, and eventually maybe a big crossover, maybe more development with Aliens and Predator before there's a major collision. Because again, as in Predator 2, when you see the wall of skulls inside the ship, there is a alien head in there. There was one in Predator 2, which is unforgettable movie, just terrible money grab. So again, there is going to be some kind of a crossover, I think. I mean, again, from the way I read things before I saw the movie, and I was more convinced there was going to be one. With seeing Alien Earth, seeing Romulus last year, knowing that Romulus has got a sequel, Alien Earth's going to have a season 2. We're crossing our fingers on that. Because there has been reports that maybe because Hulu is going away, that maybe FX doesn't want to do a season 2, even though it probably needs to be season 2. But then again, Fox could, not do it and allow Disney Plus to do it. So, but again, they're the same entity, so I have no idea. But again, Predator, Killer of Killers, and Predator Badlands now, again, can split off, or they can combine, or they can branch off again. There's just so many things they can do. But we do see the humanized part of Predator, whereas they're just like us, a father that is ashamed of his young son because his son is not strong enough. But I mean, obviously, we don't kill, weak siblings or whatever in this society, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just, but seeing the Predators version, because again, with the earlier films and everything else, we only know that they were killers. We didn't know why they were killers, or why they were there, or how did they get there, or where did they come from. But now, as we've explored with Predators, and now Predator, Killer, Killers, and this one, we're starting to see a huger, bigger universe out there. So if you've seen the film, comment down below what you liked about it, and if you haven't, definitely go and see it. It is definitely worth seeing in the theaters. And again, it was one of those films at the beginning of the year, just like one that's coming out this weekend, The Running Man, that I wasn't sure about, because the more sequels we do sometimes, or the length in between sequels sometimes doesn't work. See Tron Ares, which was a bomb in the theaters and is supposedly going to kill off Tron as a series. Well, you waited too long to do multiple sequels, and then you set up a sequel, but now you might not do it. So, alright, that is all. Look for a few more episodes this week, or definitely next week. Well, one that I will be doing is Frankenstein with Oscar Isaac. I'll see you all at the movies.
You like that, baby? Let him know where that came from, yeah!
See you next time. Bye.
Waiting for you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
That's all, folks.